What's up, guys? We're back here at Atlas Empires, and there was huge matchmaking changes in the background, and look at this. The loot has been insane. So it looks like what is happening is that they are copying player bases and now allowing you to fight bot player bases. So you can see there's a building being upgraded here. This is most likely still a bot, but it is a clone of a player's base. So you can see 41,000. This is the very first base that we haven't even searched anything at all. So let's see if we can attack this base and get most of the loot. We're using a dragon strategy. So this was incredibly powerful against the bot bases before. There was a lot of easy bases that you could just take out free loot. Against players, it gets a little bit trickier. So let's see how we can attack this base, if we can attack this base. And if not, we'll skip over the next one. So there's an anti-air down in the bottom left here that we could probably get very easily with our caterpillars, and I don't think they're going to take any damage from anything. Maybe the mortar. So once that goes down, you can then drop down dragons in this section, but then you have the other defense structures that could be problematic. So what we might want to do is we might want to attack in two different positions, so from the south and from the north, trying to aim on both of those anti-airs. I think if we drop our caterpillars right around here, I think they will target this anti-air first because it's got no walls protecting it, but maybe not, so they might go ahead and target this, and then after that they should target that. So let's give this a shot right here. This does look doable. Let's go drop down one there, and then we're going to drop down a majority of them up here because this has to go through some defense structures. So they are targeting the sentry post. Sentry post goes down. So next up, it should be the anti-air. Yep, and they're going towards the anti-air. So at that point, we can go ahead and drop down our dragons. And we can drop them down on this side, because all the anti-airs are going to be taken out at that point. Only the one in the far right will be available to attack us, and we're not going to get that far. So once we kill the Great Hall, we're going to end up retreating out of here. So now we're just going to clean up some buildings with our archers. And you can see, so pretty easy. I don't think we're going to lose too much. We might lose one or two caterpillars because of this mortar right here is going to be splashing down. And there we go. So let's get out of here. So we lost 3 caterpillars, not terrible. 8 trophies as well. So the trophies have been insane here. Let's go ahead and train those caterpillars up. I've seen a lot of bases that have been offering like 50 trophies, and we are in like about the top 60 or top 70 in the leaderboards, like 5,000-ish trophies. So once again, here's another base, and look, the trophies, the crowns are at 51 on this base. So there was talking in the Discord and the development group that they were going to use clone bases, and it looks like it's now implemented. And look at this. Oh my god, guys. 500,000 loot. Look at that gold right there. That is an insane amount of loot. Unfortunately, it's pretty well protected, it looks like, for dragon defenses. But a base like this might even be worthwhile to just attack, just to go in there and just sacrifice dragons. You're getting 500,000 loot if you can take out this base. That is insane, guys. So if we were to attack, it looks like the best way would be from the bottom right over here, hopefully getting locked onto the first barrel rocket right there. And then after that, then you're just gonna, hope and pray to kill as much as you can before the other anti-airs destroy your dragons. You might be able to do the same kind of thing. You might be able to drop caterpillars up here as well, but we don't have enough. We have 2, so we can't really do this kind of strategy. If we drop caterpillars here on the top, caterpillars on the bottom, might be able to go in and hit those anti-air defense structures. So it could be doable, but definitely a very, very difficult base with 2 caterpillars only. So let's go on to the next base and see what we find here. So this one has very little loot, especially compared to the other one, 14,000, but look, 54 trophies, guys. So if you are looking for those trophies, this is a patch that you're going to be loving. You know, these crowns are just everywhere. You can just jump up in the leaderboards really, really easily now. So too well protected there. It's also really refreshing to see player bases. You see different bases and different designs. You're like, oh, that's cool. That's cool. Like, oh, I like that. I wonder if that strategy works. So overall, this is a very, very good matchmaking change. You still will get some bases that have little loot, like that one had 11,000 loot. This one has 15,000 loot. So, I mean, it's nothing, you know, super tiny. But it's definitely nowhere near that, you know, 40,000, 50,000 that we saw, and then that 500,000 that we saw. And you can see there, that name right there is a bot name. So, again, they have cloned a base, and then they throw the bot name on it. Definitely a very, very good, good update here. So we have a structure that is being upgraded, which means it is offline. So we can go and attack that, and then we can attack the barrel rocket, the anti-air right there. But there's two other ones that are covering the Great Hall pretty closely. So we wouldn't be able to take out the Great Hall without losing a dragon or two. So the nice thing with player bases is that a lot of times they make horrible design choices like this one. So this one has the anti-airs right on the outside of the base, and there's literally no protection. So once we go in here with 2 caterpillars, clean off these anti-airs, you're going to have a free dragon just feast. The dragons are just going to devour the base. Let's go ahead and drop a dragon there. Dragon up there. Put some archers down there to clan up some of those. Let's go down there, drop the dragons there. So this one we should be able to 3-star, and that's because the anti-airs were in such a terrible position. They were literally doing nothing. They literally just got killed instantaneously, and now we can just wreck house with dragons. And a lot of times you see this in player bases because players just don't think. So we have a couple more troops, but we don't need to drop them down, because if we drop them down over here, the sentry post is going to activate. We don't want that to happen. We can drop them down on this other side, so we'll drop them there. But we also want to let the dragons kill a little bit more so they kill the mortar so we don't lose those troops. And there's no rush. We have 34 seconds right now to kill the base, and there's only a few structures left. So this is going to be a very, very clean victory with maybe like 2 units lost. Yeah, see, 2 caterpillars and 4 archers. Very, very clean. Super easy. Let's go ahead and train up those archers and then the caterpillars. So here we go, 49,000 in, and we have an anti-air that is offline. Generally a good sign, but look at those other 2 anti-airs right next to the Great Hall. It's very tempting. But those other 2 anti-airs are just too well positioned. So what do you guys think? Do you like this update? Are you seeing more loot? Let me know in the comments section down below. Love to hear from you guys. Thanks for watching. See if we can find another big base. Yeah, it seems like every base is now pretty much giving like 54 crowns. That's insane. The funny thing is there was a lot of people complaining about crowns. And literally the crowns don't do anything, but it's just like psychologically, people want to win those crowns. People want to be higher in the leaderboards. So here's that same base again. Oh, we only have one caterpillar at this time. Oh, that sucks. So we're going to have to drop down our archers over here. And then hopefully it goes to the anti-air soon-ish. Hopefully those archers go to the anti-air. If not, we just have to attack on the bottom. We won't be able to get 100% on this base. Okay, good. So we should be able to get 100%, I think, still. It's going to be a little bit slower because we don't have that much DPS anymore. We lost a couple archers. We lost that one caterpillar. But we did last time when we fought this base. We crushed it with like 30 seconds left. So there's a good chance that we can still get 100% on this base. Even if we don't get 100%, it's not a big deal. Like I always stress is don't worry about these crowns. Don't worry about these trophies. Don't worry about the leaderboards. It does nothing right now, guys. And it's probably never going to do anything. I did suggest to them that the leaderboard actually matter. That they do seasonal leaders and give out prizes for like the top 100 or top 200. But I don't know if they're going to take that suggestion and use it. I think that would be a cool way to do it. That would be probably a cool way what I told them to introduce new units and give them to the top players like a couple weeks early compared to everyone else, and then have everyone else unlock them like 2 weeks later. Kind of like how they did with the fireball spell. So the fireball spell hasn't been released yet to the general public. It's only been in the Empire events, and they've been doing that for about a week now. They said that it will go to the Empire, or it will go to the world map. You will see fireball spells on the world map soon, but they just haven't released it yet. And they've been working more on matchmaking, it looks like, than they have been doing anything else. There's also a sneak peek showing off what looked to be a resource exchange building. A building where you would be able to exchange like gold for stone or stone for lumber and so forth. So that looks to be coming soon, guys. And now with this patch, with being able to collect tons and tons of loot again, it allows us to actually buy lots and lots of cards from these card dealers. So before we were stopping at around like 25,000 gold because it was just a little bit harder to get gold. Whereas now we can just spend up to like 250,000 gold because gold is pretty easy to get when you start to get 40,000 in a battle. So that's going to wrap it up for this video. Thanks for watching as always, guys. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Helps out tremendously. And thanks for watching. Good luck, happy raiding, have fun, and stay safe out there.